Ayan, si Tutor Carol. Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Kamusta
Morning,
po kayo?
everyone.
Yan, magkasama po kami ngayon uli ni Tutor Carol. Last time, I'm not here, pero po, alam ko na narami kayo natutunan kay Tutor Carol. Kamusta ko, Tutor Carol?
Okay naman. Medyo maraming
ginagawa. Opo. Ayan. So, gusto namin, of course, pasalamatan yung mga nandito po ngayon nakasama natin, Tutor Carol. Shout out na tayo. Sila Sir Enrico Dalupan, Angeline Yurong from 11 ABM Porter from Kawayan National High School. Kamusta po, Miss Angeline? Andyan pa rin po ang ating avid Vince Panganiban. Ayan, nandiyan siya ngayon. Yes, our loyal Itulay Chuti, Chanel Sapaden, Dea Justin from Kawayan. Ayan, medyo marami tayong Kawayan ngayon. Kamusta po, Tutor Carol? Kamusta ang iyong ang last week mo? The last 2 weeks that we don't have Itulay, kamusta po kayo?
Marami pa rin, no? Kahit na may 2 weeks tayong actually, hindi ko pwede masabing bakasyon, no? Kasi maraming ginagawa.
Opo, hindi siya bakasyon. Yes.
Students, opo. Yes, on vacation, opo. But teachers, no.
Yes, the teachers, of course, has this, what we call responsibility during the election po. Saludo po sa ating mga guro na naglaga naman pong nag-serve during the election. Ayan, mayroon na po tayong bagong gobyerno at nakakatuwa po. Nakaka-excite, no? Yung bagong gobyerno at yung baka daw po ang bagong DepEd Secretary. Ayan, hindi natin Pero we are looking forward, of course, forward na magkaroon tayo ng magandang relationship with our new government. Okay, so today po tayo ay mag-aaral na po. Okay, so yan, ako na po ang Yan. So for today, Tutor Carol, napakaganda ng ating topic. It is because we are already in the end of our accounting cycle. Okay? So we are in our Q4 or quarter 4 week 2, completing the accounting cycle. And it's already part 2. Ibig sabihin, Tutor Carol, last time po, part 1 po ang diniscuss po ninyo.
Yes po.
So, tuloy-tuloy na natin, Tutor Carol. Again, ayan, para sa mga hindi po nakakakilala sa amin, I am Tutor Carmi from SDO Kawayan at si Tutor
I am Tutor Carol from SDO Las Piñas City.
Ayan, kami po ang inyong makakasama para sa araw na to for another exciting Fundamentals of Accounting, Business, and Management 1 session. Ayan. Sige, for our objectives, Tutor Carol, for today. Ayan.
Okay, our objectives, yes, for this week. Okay, so at the end of the session, you will be able to complete the accounting cycle. Okay, so particularly about closing entries, no? So you'll be able to understand the objectives of closing entries, know the steps in closing the accounts, and you'll be able to prepare closing entries and post-closing trial balance.
Yes. Alam niyo po, ito na po yung pinaka-sinasabi nating last time po, exciting part, very exciting part po ito ng ating accounting cycle because this is actually the end of everything. Ibig sabihin, Tutor Carol, for sure, marunong na ang ating mga tuti to come up or prepare their financial statement. Ayan.
Yes.
So, let's have a review of what we have learned. Okay, yung steps po natin in accounting cycle. Okay, I will be the one po ang magdadiscuss na lang po nito. And then, si Tutor Carol po in the rest po. Now, first, of course, nagkaroon tayo ng identification and analysis of business transaction. We do the journalizing. We also do the posting to the ledger. We also have this, what we call unadjusted trial balance after posting everything in the ledger. And then after we do the unadjusted trial balance, we have this adjusting entries. Okay, after doing, of course, the adjusting entries, we come up with our adjusted trial balance, which is our topic last week. And then, of course, yung financial statement po. And then, may tinuro ka sa kanila, Tutor Carol, nakita ko po yun, no? Yung worksheet po.
Worksheet.
Actually, optional po siya na ginagawa po as per the mga libro. Optional. Pero it can help you po kasi in coming up or preparing the financial statement. Then, we will now going to have yung closing entries, and then we have the post-closing trial balance, Yes, and then another po yung reversing entries, which is also optional. Pero optional siya. You can do it or you cannot. O pero depende po sa inyo kung ano po ang system na ginagamit po ninyo sa inyong mga businesses. Ayan. So, Tutor Carol?
Okay, so this is an example of a worksheet no, na ginawa natin the last time. So this is the worksheet of Gala Travel and Tours. So as you can see, there are 10 columns. Sometimes we call this 10-column worksheet, but actually there are 11 columns because the first column is for the accounts you used. Okay, so then the next 2 columns will be for the unadjusted trial balance. Okay, then column 3 and 4 is for the adjustments, and then the next 2 column is for the adjusted trial balance. So sa adjusted trial balance, ang mga amount na ilalagay natin dito is pwedeng copy-paste, forward mo na lang, or kung merong laman ng adjustments, it's just plus or minus. Yes, so debit plus or add, credit add, and then debit and credit, you need to subtract that. And then, of course, get the normal balance para alam mo kung saan mo ilalagay yan. And then, we have columns 7 and 8 for our income statement and 9 and 10 for our balance sheet. So, these are the two, okay, parang two financial statements, no? Actually, ano lang to eh, parang basic lang siya. Hindi siya talaga yung formal report, but malalaman nyo na rin dito yung inyong kung kayo ba ay net income or net loss. And of course, the size, yung worth na ng inyong business for the balance sheet.
Yes, opo. Then, so let's talk about closing entries. Ang closing entries po are the entries prepared at the end of the accounting period. Ang gagawin lang po natin kasi sa closing entries, ang kino-close lang natin po ay yung mga tinatawag po nating nominal, okay? Nominal account. Pag sinabi natin nominal account, they will not be going to carry over on the next accounting period. Dapat po zero out na po sila. That's the reason why we do the closing entries. And this is also the way for you to prepare your business po for another performance. Kaya po usually, ang mga kino-closing closing entries po natin ay yung mga expense, revenue, withdrawal. Ayan, yan po yung mga usual po na ating pong kino-closing entries. So hindi po lahat ay subject for closing entries. Only those of course only those account po na nominal na tinatawag po natin. Okay, or temporary account. So lahat po to ay this is also our way of updating the capital account. Okay? Ang capital account po natin kasi will be part of our balance sheet. So let's talk about nominal account. Okay. So nominal accounts are accounts that are only used for specific time period and usually one accounting period. So yung revenues and expenses po natin ay pang isang taon lang po. Okay? So ginagamit lang natin yan po ay dinedetermine po natin sa loob po ng isang accounting period po. So ibig sabihin pang isang taon lang po siya. We also of course close the drawing accounts, which is yung kung tayo po ay kumukuha. So para po pagka magkaroon uli ng another transaction for the next year, ibang ano na po yun, ibang kwento na po yun. Kaya po, be mindful po when it comes to the closing entries because only nominal accounts and drawing accounts are actually the one that we close in this kind of entries po. Okay? Then, lahat po lang yan ay ibabangga po natin sa tinatawag ko nating income summary. Okay? So, yung income summary po, kasi kailangan po di ba meron tayong tinatawag na dual effect po. So, saan mo ibabangga? Okay? So, nagkikreate po tayo ng atin pong income summary po na account. Meron pong iba, ang tawag nila dito ay profit and loss summary. Okay, may mga higher accounting po, yun na po ang tawag nila. Pero po dahil basic tayo, we can also call it income summary. It is an account that receives all the temporary accounts. Doon natin siya, kumbaga doon natin nire-reconcile o doon natin ibinabangga yung ating mga sinasara na mga nominal accounts. Yan. So, So, Tutor Carol, what are the steps in closing accounts?
So here are the steps in closing the account. So actually we have four steps.
Yes po.
The first one is to close the income accounts to the income summary account. So here's the template or example. So you will have the debit income revenue account and then credit income summary. So our basis will be the adjusted trial balance. So hanapin nyo dyan kung nasaan ang income or revenue account. So ayun siya. Service revenue natin is 7,400. Okay, so we will close that. Since nasa credit side ng ating revenue account, ilalagay natin yan sa debit side para mag-zero out siya. Okay, so we will have, our date will be of course December 31. That's the last day of every accounting period. Okay, so debit service revenue, okay, 7,400, and we will use the special account income summary for our credit. Okay, amount is 7,400. Okay, explanation is to close the income account. Okay, so yan lang, mabilis lang. Unang-unang is i-close ay income or yes, revenue account.
Yes.
Okay, next. Okay, for
next
our
game.
Sige,
ma'am.
Sige, tutor.
Yes. The next is about naman po, since di ba po, sabi nga natin kanina, yung revenue natin ay kino-close natin, of course, the expense. Kaya po, ang ano po nito, yung expense po kasi natin ng pang isang taon po, dun sa ating business po, talagang pang isang taon lang siya. Hindi po siya pwedeng i-carry over on the next accounting period po. So para po mas malaman talaga natin kung gaano ba kadami yung naging expense ng isang company. That's the reason why we have to zero out and come up with a closing entries on this kind of accounts. So we are going to close the accounts to income summary as well. So, paano natin siya gagawin? So, income summary, since ang income summary po, ang kanyang normal balance is always po nasa credit po yan. Pero po ngayon, dahil po ang expense ang normal balance ay nasa debit po, i-reverse lang natin. So, ang mangyayari po, income summary, debit, then, expense account credit. So, paano po ba natin malalaman po yun? Again, our basis will be the adjusted trial balance. Ayan po, ito po yun. I-add lang po natin yung ating lahat na naging expense. So, yan po para alam natin. So, ang total po na naging expense natin ay 3,875. So, paano po ba natin gagawin yan? Sundan lang po natin yung ating ating template. So, December 31, so then, income summary, 3,875 debit, and then po, iisa-isahin po natin lahat ng mga expense na isasara po natin, such as salary expense, 1,900, utilities expense po, 400, then we have rent expense po, 1,000, and then supplies expense, 300. This is and then depreciation expense 275. Ayan. So, to close the expense account. Ganyan lang po kadali ang mag-close ng expense account. Kaya kailangan lang alam lang po ninyo kung ano po talaga yung mga nominal accounts natin. Madali po kayong makapag-come up ng closing accounts or closing entries. Now, let's have the closing the income summary. After po natin, Tutor Carol,
okay, for our third step, okay, this time, ang i-close natin. So, we're done with revenue and expenses. Okay, so, pinasok natin sila lahat sa income summary accounts. So, for the third step, okay, ang i-close naman natin ay ang income summary account. So, the balance of the income summary account is the net income or net loss for the period. A credit balance indicates a net income, while a debit balance indicates a net loss. Okay, so here's our template. So first, okay, if kung ang balance ay nas credit side, so para ma-close natin yan, ide-debit natin siya sa income. De-debit natin ang income summary. And then credit owner's capital account. So this is to close the income summary with credit balance. Okay, so ibig sabihin nun net income tayo. Okay? Kung tayo naman ay kung ang ending balance naman ng income summary account mo ay nasa debit side, okay? Ito naman ang ating format. Debit owner's capital account, okay? And then credit income summary. So this is to close the income summary with debit balance. So ibig sabihin, meron tayong net loss.
Yes.
Okay, net loss yan. Nakakalungkot pag net loss, di ba? Okay, so next, please.
Yan.
Okay, so ayan. Oh, there. Okay. So, ayan na. Pinakita natin dito ang ating income summary ledger. Okay, so yung una is meron tayong credit 7,400. So, yan yung income. Okay, yung service income na kinlose natin. Okay? And then, we have another entry here. Nasa debit side naman siya. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yan yung expenses. So, we need to subtract 7,400 minus 3,525. So, yung balance niyan, okay, yun ang gagawa natin ng closing entry. So, December 31. Okay? Yes, yan. So, balance na is 3,525. Okay? So, ang ating entry will be, debit, income summary, 3,525. Okay, and credit, okay, G. Larson Capital, 3,525. And of course, our explanation will be to close the income summary account.
Okay. Ma'am, dagdag lang natin, ma'am, di ba po, yung 3,525 actually po, yan po yung balance, ending balance po ng inyong income statement. Income po.
Yes.
Patag nakita niyo rin po doon sa income statement po, pag pagka ganun po, tama, ayan ang magic ng accounting, no, ma'am? Pag paikot-ikutin mo siya, babalanse ka, at parang makikuha mo talaga yung sagot niya. Yan, yes. Next po. Ayan, let's have now po yung last part po na ating pong, since po sarado na ang income summary po natin, hindi na po natin, of course, pwedeng isara ang ating withdrawal kasi isa po yung withdrawal na dapat po na sinasara din po natin or ginagawa natin ng closing accounts or closing entries. So, saan natin naman siya ibabangga? So, binabangga po natin or inaano po natin siya sa ating capital account. Siyempre dahil po ang owner's drawing account is actually a contra capital account or contra revenue account. So, yun po ang kanyang reason. So, G. Larson drawing is nandun according to sa adjusted trial balance is 3,200. Yan. So, 3,200. So, gamitin lang po natin uli po yung another steps po in closing account. Okay, December 31. Okay. So, G. Larson Capital, debit, 3,200. Iki-credit na po natin yung owner's drawing account, which is 3,200 also. And then, to close the drawing account. Yan po ang magiging, yan po ang standard na dapat niyong sundin. So, hindi niyo po kailangang maghanap pa ng another account kung saan pwede siyang ibangga. Yan na po talaga yung standard nila. Ayan. So, eto po yung ledger posting po ng ating lahat ng bakit po tayo, para po makita lang po ninyo yung ang nangyari po dun sa lahat ng ating mga ginawan po ng closing, ay nag-close talaga, nag-zero na po siya. So, ibig sabihin, we are now about to begin another accounting period. Yan.
And as you can see, Tutor Carmi, updated na ang ating capital account, no?
Yes po, tama. Okay. Ayan. So yung dahil nga po ang ating nag-update na po ang ating capital account, and this will be carry over sa ating balance sheet po. Ayan. So tignan po natin, Tutor Carmi, if they understand po ang ating po ngayon. So our instruction will be complete the sentence by filling in the correct terms. So, sana po makisali po kayo sa amin. Tutor Carol, ikaw ang tumingin ng ating mga sasagot na mga saguti. Kasi alam mo naman ako ay taga-pindot. So, blank are the entries made at the end of the period to bring the nominal accounts such as, ayan, sige, ito po ay filling the blanks. Sige, ano po kaya yung sagot natin? So number 1, blank are entries that made at the end of the period to bring the nominal account such as, sige, mamaya natin sagutin na number 2, number 1 muna tayo. Tutor
Okay,
Carol, may
so,
mga
okay.
sagot na po?
Yes, no, Vince and Mariali answered for number 1, closing entries.
Okay, closing entries, are they correct? Yes, very good. Vince
Correct.
and Mariali, ayan. Then number 2 and number 3, ito, pagsamahin na natin, blank and blank to zero balances.
Okay, so
ano kaya po yung mga accounts na yon na blank and blank?
Ano ba yung mga kino-close natin, no, at the end of the period? Anong mga accounts yan?
Okay, tignan natin.
Okay, sige. Okay, so let us reveal the answer, Tutor Carly.
Okay, so for number 2,
no?
ayan,
Si Vince sumagot. Number 2, revenue accounts, and 3, expense accounts.
Okay, tignan natin. Vince, are you correct? Tignan natin ang ating very active cutie. Ayan, revenue, very good. And it's expense to zero balances. Very good. So next is, this process is made to prepare the temporary accounts for accumulating amount next accounting period. These accounts are closed out to the blank through the blank account. So pag samahin na natin yung sagot natin for number 4 and number 5, ano po kaya? Yung ano po ba yung mga kinuksan po natin kinu-close out itong mga accounts, nominal accounts natin na to.
Okay, yung sinabi natin na update na kanina, di ba, Tutor Carmi?
Yan po. At yung isa na special.
Special account.
Yes. Ano po ba yun? Okay?
Okay, so sige. Comment down your answers.
Yan, maraming salamat sa mga ano na yan. Yan na po, ma'am. Meron na sumagot? Let's now reveal the answer.
Yes, let us reveal the answer.
Or for number 4, our answer is capital account. Yan po yung tama, yun yung sinabi ni ma'am kanina na updated na, and this will be of course ita-transfer natin din yan sa balance sheet, kasama yan sa balance sheet. And then of course number 5, ang pinaka-special sa lahat, ayan, income summary. Ayan, tama po.
So correct, no? Si Vince siya si Mariali Joy, correct?
Okay, very good. Ang gagaling ng tutor natin, Tutor Carol, nakikinig talaga. Now, let's have yes po. Now, let's have the post-closing trial balance, Tutor Carol. Ano ba tong post-closing trial balance na to?
Okay, so this is the third trial balance na, no, na gagawin natin para sa isang accounting period. Okay, so the post-closing trial balance is prepared from the general ledger accounts after the closing entries have been posted. So, gumawa tayo kanina ng closing entries, no? At itong mga closing entries na to ay ipopost natin sa ledger para ma-update din. Ma-update yung kanilang ending balances. So the post-closing trial balance contains the ending balances of the permanent accounts, assets, liabilities, and equity. It ends the accounting cycle.
Yes.
Okay? So yan na. Okay, so this is an example of a post-closing trial balance. So ang accounts na lang natin dito ay assets, liabilities, and equity capital. Capital kasi ang drawing, drawings rather, ay na-close na natin. So, yes, equity capital na lang. So yun na lang ang nandyan. And of course, we will get the normal balance of each account. Okay, so assets will have debit balances, and liabilities and capital account will have credit balances. And then we add the debit column and then the credit column. Dapat balance yan. So for this one, for the Gala Travel and Tours, the ending balance of our post-closing trial balance is 46,200. Okay, and same with, okay, so balance sila pareho. So ibig sabihin, correct.
Correct, yes. Yung trial balance kasi yan na nagpapatunay na tama yung mga pinaggagawa po natin na entries. Kaya dapat talaga gumagawa po talaga yan. Kaya po hindi po pwede natin siyang hindi gawin sa ating accounting cycle. Ayan.
Important.
At saka po ito, di ba, tutor, itong mga naiwan na account na to, ito rin po yung mga accounts na gagamitin po natin for our statement of financial position or balance sheet po. Pwede po natin tawagin ganun po siya. So, SFP or balance sheet.
Yes, we will forward the balance, no?
Opo.
Sa next accounting period na.
Yes.
So, date na ng January.
Okay, next po, let's have now check the understanding of our learners, tutor. So what is the temporary accounts used to close nominal accounts? Okay, sige, letter A, capital account. Letter B, drawing account. Letter C, expense account. Letter D, income summary account. Tutor Carol, pakihanap na lang po ang ating mga active duty.
Yes, okay. So answer for number 1, you can comment down sa ating chat box. Okay, number 1, Vince answered D.
D, is it the correct answer? Sige, let's see. Letter D, very good. Tama ba, ma'am, si Vince? Letter D ang sagot?
Letter D ang sagot niya.
Okay, correct. Very good. Income summary. Ayan, bigyan natin ng palakpak si Vince na napakahusay talaga at very active. Thank you, Vince, for always being with us. No, kilalang kilala ka namin ni Tutor Carol.
Yes.
Then we have number 2. Okay, a debit balance in the income summary account indicates. A debit balance in an income summary account indicates A, net income, B, net loss, C, break even, D, no effect. Ano kayang ibig sabihin kapag nag-debit balance ang income summary po natin? Net income kaya yon? Letter A, letter B, net loss, letter C, break even. Diba? May mga term kang ginamit ma'am dito na parang ma-encounter nila yan sa kanilang higher accounting. And then letter D, no effect. Yes.
Okay, Vince Panganiban answered B.
Okay, let's see if that is correct. Letter B, very good, Vince. Thank you so much. Okay, next, number 2. Ang galing. Number 3 na tayo. Ayan. A post-closing. Yan.
Sige, if Annie read.
Sige. Sige, Ma'am Shi, go.
Okay. A post-closing trial balance includes, okay, again, the question is, a post-closing trial balance includes A, assets and liabilities accounts, B, revenue and expense accounts, C, assets, liabilities, and capital accounts, D, assets, liabilities, equity, revenue, and expense accounts. Okay, so what's the answer? Okay, ang bilis ni Vince. He answered letter C.
Sige po, check natin if the answer is correct. Letter C, very good. Asset, liabilities, and capital accounts. Pag talagang ma'am, talagang attentive ka, talagang makukuha mo naman yung sagot. Ayan, very good.
Rubelin also, no? Umabot siya ng sagot. She answered C.
Ayan, napakahusay ng ating mga tutor ngayon, Tutor Carol. So let's have now reversing entries, Tutor Carol. Pag-usapan natin to kahit papano, kahit po sinasabi nila this is an optional.
Okay, you may or may not do this, no? Okay, so reversing entry is simply a journal entry that is the opposite of the adjusting entry made at the end of the accounting period. So they are made on the first day of the next accounting period. So that's January 1. Okay, they are optional and not used in connection with all adjusting entries. So hindi lahat ng adjusting entries ay nire-reverse. There are certain adjusting entries lang na pwedeng i-reverse. Okay?
So ano po ba yung mga yun, Tutor Carol?
And these are the adjusting entries that can be reversed. Number 1, prepayments, pero expense method lang. Okay, remember we have 2 methods, no? For prepayments, asset method and expense method. So ang i-reverse lang is yung expense method. Number 2, unearned revenues income method. Okay? Yung income method. Kasi meron tayong liability method. Okay, number 3, accrued expenses. And number 4, accrued income. Okay, reasons, okay, for reversing prepayments for expense method and is eto kasi, okay, kung itatanong nyo, bakit kailangan pang i-reverse? Nilagay na nga natin sa prepayments, i-reverse pa, gagawing expense ulit. Okay, simple reason kasi is yun ang system or method na ginagamit nila. Okay, yun ang method na ginagamit nila. Pinag-uusapan yan bago pa magsimula ang lahat-lahat. Pag-uusapan yan, anong method ang gagamitin natin pag may prepayments tayo. Okay, so magkakaroon tayo ng expense method. So, that's the reason bakit ni-reverse. Kasi yun ang method na ginagamit nila. Same thing with unearned revenues. Okay, nire-reverse kasi, okay, yun din, income method ang kanilang ginagamit at hindi yung liability method. Okay? For accrued expenses naman, okay, di ba? Remember, pag accrued expenses, unbilled pa to. Wala pa tong pinapadalang billing statement. So, hindi mo pa alam kung how much exactly is your liability. Okay, hindi mo alam. Okay, for example, Meralco, alam mo na ngayon, ayan, nakasindi ilaw mo, gumagana aircon, electric fan. Alam mo, meron ka ng expenses, pero hindi mo alam kung magkano. Okay, kaya pag ni-reverse mo yon, i-reverse mo, okay, parang estimation muna siya, Tutor Carmi, di ba? Estimation.
Yes po. Sige, estimate muna tayo para sigurado, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng adjusting entries muna, lalo na yung mga unbilled natin, ina-adjust muna po natin siya. Para po, in case po kasi na dumating na yung billing, we can come up with the reverse entries. And then, syempre po, yun na po yung gagamitin po natin. Mako-correct. Actually, ang reversing entries are actually used also for correction. And, tsaka po, ang pagkakaalam ko din po sa reversing entries, ma-add ko lang po, Tutor Carol, no? It is actually at the end of the accounting cycle. However, it was done. Ginagawa siya during the first yung parang pong pagdating po nila in the beginning of the accounting period. Ganyan po yung po niya, ang reversing entries. It is the end of the accounting cycle, but it was actually done in the beginning of the accounting period. Ayun.
Next accounting period.
Yes po, next accounting period. Ayan, Tutor Carol, meron tayong adjusting entries dito po. Ayan. Adjusting entries or accrued expense. Sige.
Example.
Opo.
Okay, so sige,
Tutor Carol, go.
Okay, sige. I'll do the explanation for this.
Yes.
Okay, so example natin, no? So, adjusting entry period na tayo, end of the accounting period. Okay, so example to ng accrued expense. So, again, accrued expenses are unbilled expenses. Okay, pero kailangan mo na siyang ilagay sa iyong financial statement para magkaroon ka ng accurate report. So, ang amount dito is based on estimation or based on history or yung experience na o magkano, average, magkano ang expenses natin. Okay, let's say mineral or electricity. Okay, so on December 31, expense mo na, okay, based on the company's history, no? Debit, utilities expense, let's say 1,200. Okay, and then credit, utilities payable. Kasi liability ito. Okay, 1,200. This is to record the accrued utilities expense. So, this is December 31. And observe the date for the reversing entry. It's January 1.
Yes.
Okay, January 1 na of the next accounting period. So, reverse lang. Yes, literally, i-reverse mo lang yan para mag-zero. Okay, so debit, utilities payable, 1,200. And credit, utilities expense, 1,200. Okay, so explanation will be, okay, to reverse the accrual of utilities expense. So, zero. Zero na. Kasi hinihintay na natin dumating yung tunay na bill at tunay na amount na babayaran. Okay, let's say, eto na, dumating na. Payment entry na natin. Okay, let's say, January 10 ka magbabayad. Okay, so magkakaroon ka na ngayon ng debit utilities expense. Let's say, actual amount that you need to pay is 1,350. Okay, and then, credit utilities, okay, credit cash rather. Sorry, cash payment na nga pala tayo. Okay, 1,350. And of course, explanation will be to record payment of utilities expense. So, sa general journal na ito, no, teacher?
Yes po. Yes po. Now, let's have now check your understanding. Tandaan lang po ninyo doon po, ano po yung mga dapat nating i-close. Okay? Ano yung mga, i-reverse pala, sorry, rather. Dapat i-reverse. So, hindi lahat po ng adjusting entries ay nire-reverse po natin. So, let's have number 1, Tutor Carol.
Okay, ang adjusting entries natin ay debit rent expense 1,000 and prepaid rent 1,000. Okay, ito ba ay subject for reversing entries? Yes or no? Pwede ba itong i-reverse? Yes or no?
Okay, tignan natin.
So let us see. Wow, marami tayong mga viewers pang pumasok, no?
Okay, sige. So let's review the answer, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Tutor Carmi.
Okay,
Can we reverse this entry?
Okay.
No.
So, ayan.
Okay, so hindi na natin yan.
Okay, number 2, supplies expense, debit, 300. Credit supplies, 300. Is it subject for reversing entries? Yes or no? Ayan. Yes or no lang tayo dito, mga anak.
Yes. Okay, so let us reveal the answer, Tutor Carmi.
So, no din daw po. Ayan, very good. So, sa mga nag-answer ng no, okay, kasi nga po, ito ay, what? Nakaano po to asset method po kasi to, di ba?
Yes, prepayment but asset method.
Yes po. Ayan, kaya
we can only reverse, no, yung sa expense method.
Yes po. Then, number 3 po, Tutor Carol.
Okay, we have here debit, depreciation expense, and credit, accumulated depreciation. Okay, is this subject for reversing entry? Yes or no?
Okay, tignan po natin.
Okay, so let us reveal the answer, Tutor Carmi.
Okay, another no na naman po siya. Okay. Next, number 4 po tayo, Tutor Carol. Para tuloy-tuloy na po ito.
Okay, so debit salary expense, 950, and credit salary payable, 950.
Ayan. Tignan natin kung natandaan ng ating mga tuti. Ayan. Is it subject for reverse entry? Yes, tignan na po natin. So, the answer will be yes. Okay. Kung parang katulad lang po kasi yan kanina po, di ba? Yung ating accrued expense po. Okay. So, let's have number 5.
Debit, accounts receivable, 250, and credit service revenue, 250. Yes or no? Pwede bang i-reverse? Yes or no? Okay, so let us reveal the answer, Tutor Carmi.
Ayan, kasi yes po. Kasi this is an accrued income po, no? So, ayan, sige po. Number 6, unearned service revenue, 150, debit, 150. Sorry po. Ayan, then credit service revenue, 150. So, tignan po natin, what is the answer?
Okay.
Yan, tignan natin. Okay, it's no. Okay, so dalawa lang po ang ating mga pwedeng i-reverse po dito sa ating check your understanding items po. So anyway, this is our references po para po sa ating topic for today.